Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Salah podcast. Today we're gonna talk about my experience at the university and we're gonna talk about what is the things that I like and what is the things that I don't like, negative stuff, positive stuff, and pros and cons. And welcome again to a new episode of the Salah podcast. Hi. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'm so excited to be again this last few weeks. We've been doing it really like 4 episodes, I guess, in 1 month or whatever. Thank you so much for keeping up with the channel. Today, I want to talk to you, as I said in the intro, about my experience at the university. But the thing that I want to talk to you more about is my experience after high school. As you know, high school and everywhere around the world, there is an important part of our upbringing. Like high school is like the limit between your life as a young person and your life as an adult and the rest of your life. As much as people gonna tell you that your first few years after 18 is not doesn't matter, it does really matter. A lot of decisions that you're gonna take at that part of your life, they're gonna change you for the rest of your life. They're gonna change your future, they're gonna change your experience, and they're gonna change how you live. I don't want to say it, I don't want to seem pessimist or overly uh, synthesizing or overly summarizing stuff, but it is the rest of your life. There is your life before 18, before the rest of high school, and there is your whole fucking other life. And one of the most important stuff that people don't understand, that the decisions that you're gonna make as an 18 years old, if they are positive or negative, you're gonna have to live with them for a long time. There is chances of redemption in the future, or there is chances that you're gonna change your mind. But even changing your mind, it is based on the decision. I don't know how to explain it, but even changing your mind is based on the decision of you, based on the decision that you made while you are back in high school. Because even if you change your mind at 20 years old, 22, 24, I don't care, at 30 and 50, you're gonna say, why didn't I do that back when I was 18 and I could have more opportunity and more time to adjust, or more opportunities as a young person, more opportunities, and you're gonna live your whole life like feeling like, oh, people in my age are a little bit ahead of me. And I feel that. Personally, I feel like people at my age, because I don't want to get too personal, but people, my colleagues are younger than me. It can't seem it's a few years, but if your colleagues that are younger than you, the younger you are, the time between you is gonna seem older. Because for example, if somebody with 8 years old and you brought it to a class of 6 years old, it's gonna seem like he is young, he is older than them, or they are younger than him 10 years. And this is what's happened. Somebody that has like 17, or just started high school, and you are just out of high school, has 17, 18, or whatever, and there is people in university with 24, 25, 26. It is a decade. Like it is a whole it is a difference. They are colleagues, they have the same professors or the same objects in life, but it is so fucking different. And sometimes the experience can be really bad or really good, depends on the person. But you're gonna feel it even if you change your mind. There is opportunity, there is always a second chance. There is always a second chance. Nobody can tell you, there is no second chance. There is second chance, but they cost more. and you feel bad during your second chances. So I I had to change my experience personally at uni. I had to change. I wanted to change my university, and because during the quarantine I didn't want to. I thought people have to understand that during the quarantine everybody had his mindset different, and I thought that we're gonna have to take exams another time, or this year doesn't matter, and probably we're gonna be back at class in 2 months or something. And the professors suck, and the internet sucked, and everything was bad. The computer sucked. Everything was bad. Like the homeworks were really bad, and everything, and the exams, it's on a whole fucking. Sometimes when you go to uni, people tell you, oh, you don't have to go to class, and it doesn't matter. In my university, the class was obligatory. In my old university, the class was obligatory. Even with going to class, because it was an elite university and it was really difficult, it was really difficult. You had to work hard and hard and hard. It was difficult because they want it to be difficult. It is the same. You can teach me the same thing, but in an easier exam, in an easier course, and you can't be elite at the same time, have the same time as another high school, another university. You can't teach like in 4 hours or 6 hours daily. And the time was so fucked up during the quarantine, and everything was a joke. But at the end, at the end, I didn't feel like going back to studying online at the same university, and I went from a joke to a joke really funnier and worst, because I had to prepare for the access exam to university, in the Spanish access of Spain, and it was really a year. It was a difficult year. I had to learn the language, but usually I am a people person, not a people person. I am a learning by the way. Not even. I am a person that I hate after the experience that I just told you briefly. I hated doing studying online, and this year I had to study online at least for, I don't know, 3 months or whatever, 4 months, or even about 9 months. It depends on the subjects, depends on the which subject do you have. And it was really bad. How can I learn a language not being in the country, not doing anything, just like by a person reading you some stuff on Zoom? It was really fucked up. It was really bad, and we couldn't do it. Not really me. And this failing in the first year, thank God that we passed the access. Thanks God that we passed the access, because we didn't deserve to pass it. But at least gave us the chance, or gave me. I'm gonna talk about me because the most of people that I know are in a worse situation than I am right now. Before, maybe not, but right now they are worse. No. I mean, when we just come, I don't know what I'm saying. When we when we just come, we just came here. I'm sorry for saying the chance in a. I'm sorry for misspoken. When we just come over, most of us didn't speak the language. I was worst, because we didn't learn anything in that year of high school. But right now I feel like I speak enough that I don't know about them, but now I feel okay. I don't know about them, but back then some of them were doing fine than I am. And about that, they wanted us to learn a language just by, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours. It could have been 6 hours, doesn't matter. Online course, it is fucked up. But online, if I knew the tools back then, last year or last few, you can learn stuff online, but not in a timeline like doing it in person and do it in university and do it in the country. Because people come over to the country and do the same shit that I did back in Casablanca, but they do it presential and they live in person and they do it but while living here, which is the most way to learn. Like you can, can you learn languages for real? I after so much time trying to understand it, you have to learn you alone by book, and you have to study by book, by online, by whatever. Because I learned Spanish online, but the practice, for example, I learned a new word. I'm gonna learn it online. I'm gonna repeat it 5 times, 5 times, 6 times, or in a class or whatever. When I go back, I'm gonna use that word, and that word's gonna stick. But if somebody is talking to me just outside, this is why my first year here in Spain was shitty as shit, as fuck, because, and this is all part of university, because when people talk to me, I don't understand them, and I can't answer you if I don't understand you. But if I learned what the fuck you're talking to me by myself for a year, 2 years alone, and then I practice, or maybe here, maybe there, maybe wherever, and then I practice it with you, I have enough vocabulary. Maybe you're gonna help me to listen better, because there is people that come over with better level than I came with, but they can't practice. The practice is the important thing. And this episode is not about languages, but languages were, this is about my experience in uni, but languages were so much part of uni. This is why the first year of university that I study now, I didn't do well, because I couldn't understand the professors, I couldn't understand the classes, I didn't know what the fuck is going on. I went to class without understanding the language for, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, or probably a year. And when I listened, because my mind was, I got the habit of not listening, because you listen first hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you don't understand shit. So your mind just like learns to wander off and don't listen to professors. Maybe that's part of my trauma, my mental health problems, because probably one of them that I had to go to classes for hours and hours without understanding almost nothing. This is the experience probably other people that come over to study mathematics or engineering or whatever, they had probably less difficult situation, because I study humanities and they are political science, and they are more talking, more not understanding shit. And but learning French, because back in Morocco I learned French. French helped me so much to understand, or to, probably I would have without speaking without speaking French, I would have. I'm still in the process of learning Spanish. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be decent. Like, I'll probably come over with I don't know. Not even a I1. A1. Now maybe I am a B1, B2 or something. This is me talking about me. It is shitty, but it is what it is. It is judging yourself, but after like the whole days, usually this second year, it is, I feel like better studying, better working hard, because last year if you work hard, I work hard, but I work hard learning Spanish, Duolingo 3 hours, 4 hours a day, and classes and shit. But I don't advance in classes this year, just like classes, doesn't give a fuck about learning more language, just learning classes. Maybe I need, but I rather like pass classes than pass whatever the fuck. People don't understand it. Like, if somebody calls me or somebody from Morocco, I want to tell him that I'm suffering because I didn't learn the language when I didn't had time to learn the language because I already feel late, and I went to university my first year here. Probably it's gonna say, ah, it is easy, it is easy. They think like, but in Morocco we have like 10 years to learn French. Sometimes 12 years, sometimes more, sometimes less. People still struggle with that. How about me learning it in the first year back in Morocco when I had to study for the access exam? I can tell you with no joke, I didn't learn shit. Maybe I learned Ola or something like that, or I didn't learn shit because after 3 months of online bullshitting, the only thing probably I learned is Bali, which is why I pronounce it a lot because there is a pronunciation problem that maybe I'm gonna do a part two, part three about university because I feel this video is not enough. But the important idea is I wanted to say that I learned like I speak with a bad accent and worse accent. Bad accent because I didn't learn the language back then and I am a foreigner. But a worse accent because when I learned English, when I learned the language, I learned it from English. I went online and I wrote English, I don't know, Duolingo with English. YouTube videos, they were also with English speakers, for English speakers. And English speakers are more interested, or American speakers, or North American speakers are more interested to learn the Latino way, the America Latina way of speaking Spanish, and I couldn't change it. Just 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, 6 months of learning online. Now I understand that I do it wrong, but I can't change it because the first time I learned it with a bad accent, and that's. I'm not saying that Latino speaks in a bad accent in Spanish. When they came here, they speak in their accent, but their accent is already good because they spoke Spanish everywhere, their whole life. Me, I don't speak a Latino accent. I don't speak a Spanish accent. I speak a worse accent. So people sometimes struggle to understand me. Usually in my first years, like I said the word and I have to repeat it in a more Spanish. By Spanish, I don't mean the language Spanish because it's the same language, but I mean the accent, the Spanish accent, the Spanish in Spain accent. This is why, like, not really, but the Spanish in the in the Spanish language, they don't call it Spanish, they call it Castellano, which they don't call it Espanol, they call it Castellano, which means like, I don't know. I think from the origins of this, because there is a lot of regions here in Spain or states or whatever, comunidades, that they have the name Castilla in the name. There is Castilla-La Mancha and there is Castilla y León, probably there is more, I don't know. There's like 17 states or 17 regions. I don't know the name of all of them, but I know a lot. I know a lot. I think I know more about Spanish politics because I studied politics than probably people from my country that lived here for 20 years or whatever. I think, I'm not sure. Probably, I'm not sure. Because people, when they were talking about the independency and shit about back home, they were talking in a really banal way. How to say it? It was very superficial way. I don't think they understood. I'm not saying that I understand now what's happening, what was going on, like in the country for hundreds of years. But I feel like I understand enough to pass a lot of subjects, and that's really good. And probably that's the problem that's gonna if I'm gonna share with you my anxiety, because if you are now in the 28th minute you are watching the video, it means that you really care about the channel or you care about the Salah podcast. I am afraid that in the future I'm not gonna be able to applicate what I'm learning now because I'm learning a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to work here or work in Europe or work whenever or work in politics. I'm not even sure. That like people, they tell you always follow your passion, but they don't tell you that your passion is difficult. Passion is difficult. It ain't easy, bro. So when I tell you I'm afraid, I'm really afraid. But I'm sure I'm gonna be okay. But following your passion, it is like a good, really good thing, because you're gonna, if you love what you do, you're never gonna work a day. But what if you don't find a job, or you don't find the possibility to continue doing what you are doing? Maybe you should hate your job, go to your job that you hate, but you can work. And even in politics, there is a lot of aspects that are shitty. Like there is the part when we study a lot of law. I love law, but I hate studying it. I hate studying it. I love it. Usually back home, I thought in some point of my life I'm gonna go to the to the to the law studies or whatever. Back here, even in Spain, I was thinking that I'm gonna go to the law studies. But the thing is, I hate studying it because a lot of memorization has a lot of passive thinking. Like even some professors of law, they are really fucking, they they may seem interested in politics, but they don't show it, at least in class. They have a really bad way of transferring the information, or just transferring anything. And university, what if you are following this video, my experience at university, my my advice for you, if you are thinking about university, go to your page and to the university page and see what exactly are the classes that you are going to be taking, because sometimes it is really different from real life. And sometimes there is hard shit. Life is not easy, bro. Life is not easy. You have to do stuff just to do stuff. Like life, it's not easy. Even if I'm choosing the easy way, I'm choosing to do what I love. But even doing what I love is not easy enough. So, but hopefully the love is gonna keep me going. Like it's gonna push me at least. I know it's gonna not gonna push me much, but I'm trying to that. It's gonna push me. But the thing that I wanna tell you in this video, that I have to do a part 2, part 3 about university. One video is not enough, and I don't want to make this video really longer. And I started filming last few weeks, at no at late at how to say it, afternoon, at the afternoon. So my energy is a little bit lower. And last year now I'm pushing. The last few years I used to do YouTube and I feel like it, so I found myself that I don't do YouTube for a long time. Now I'm trying to do YouTube even if I don't feel like it. Just start and the video is gonna come and gonna have enough energy. So with that, I'm gonna tell you thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Go to my social media. The links are in the description. TikTok, Instagram, and everything else is there. And don't forget to share the video with your friends if you think that they are interested. Go to the channel. There is like more than 50 other videos available for you to watch. Really nice. I love them so much. It's a subjective opinion, but I really like my videos. Was another episode of the Salah podcast. Love you so much. See you soon. Hasta luego.